I always kind of chuckle to myself whenever I make videos like this because I'm giving social advice even though I myself am very antisocial. I'm not really antisocial necessarily. I'm more so very, very, very selectively social and a little autistic, a little bit. Like, I can't be in large crowds. To this day, I still can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Unless I have a purpose. Nevertheless, even though I'm very antisocial, selectively social, even though I'm not out here in these streets, doesn't negate my observations. Consider me like on a sports team. Consider me the team manager. I'm out there on the sidelines with you, but I'm not the star player out there tearing it up in the field of the court. However, every star player knows when you come back to the sidelines, that's when you get a little bit of advice. That's when you get a little bit of guidance. Hey, you've ran the same route 4 times. Switch it up. Hey, they're going to start pressuring you in the third quarter. Make sure you're ready for that, and you just punch right through them. You see what I'm saying? The same way how I was in college. My friends would go out, they would go party, tear it up, but whenever they wanted a nice, calm, tame end to the evening, they'd come hang out with me. We'd play video games, we'd drink a little bit more, smoke a little bit, and just kick back. Chill. No one has to have their guard up because I was a safe space. Let me continue to play that role for the world. You see, I'll be in my lane, you be in yours. But from the lessons I'm learning in my lane, let me go ahead and download them into you. One of the lessons I'm noticing that a lot of people, but especially the young adults out there, don't seem to realize is that a lot of you out there are rewarding bad behavior. A lot of you are unconsciously enablers because you fear the judgment. You fear saying no to people because once you say no to someone, that's when, oh, you're not a real one, you're not a real friend, and blah blah blah. First of all, before we even get into it, most people that have actually succeeded and began to help people out have realized this. You know, you help someone out 99 times out of 100, but that one time you say no to them, oh, you fake, oh, you phony, oh, you think you better than me because I said no to you one time? That in itself shows you who doesn't need to be in your life. But back to the point. A lot of you are rewarding bad behavior. Let's just say every weekend you and your friends like to go out. You know, you like to go to the club, the bars, raves. You like to tear it up at night, run these streets. More power to you. Couldn't be me, but more power to you, you know. But in this hypothetical situation, you have a friend that without fail, every single weekend that y'all go out, gets into some type of altercation, gets thrown out of the club or the bar, gets arrested or something, and or, just gets too plastered shit-faced drunk, that's now your responsibility to make sure that their grown ass gets home safely every single weekend. At what point do you start to realize that there's a pattern? At what point do you start to take yourself into consideration? At what point do you ask yourself, do I really want to go out with this person so I can end up being babysitter by the end of the night? Now, sure, every now and again, like once or twice, maybe a year, if that's even tolerable for some of you, it's okay, because sometimes you live it up and some people get a little bit lost in the sauce. Okay, cool. I think you should be an adult and handle your liquor, but I digress. But when it's an every single weekend occurrence, at what point do you start to ask yourself that question? Think about it like this, right? A child, children make mistakes. So when the child goes over with his crayon and starts to draw on the wall, when the parent goes over and says, no, you don't draw on the wall, you've now realized that kid now realizes, oh, I shouldn't draw on the wall. That means that I need to change my behavior so I don't do bad things. Keep that example in mind. Now, ladies, I'm gonna take a quick little jab at y'all, just a male perspective. This happens for men and women, but I'm a man. I don't know what it's like to be chasing and pursuing men. That ain't how I roll. I don't roll like that. But nevertheless, ladies, I've had more female friends than male friends on my come up, right? And when you hang around them, when you're around a bunch of women tend to get into those little circles where y'all just start to talk shit about the dudes that you're dating. And one of the things that, oh, he ain't shit, oh, he ain't even worth my time, but then you guys sneak off every Thursday night to go meet up with Tyrone. So wait a minute, you're tired of him ignoring you, you're tired of him always talking to other hoes in front of you. I'm using these because these are real examples. You tired of him always being so slow, you tired of him always being too busy, but the second he calls you up at 11:30 p.m. to say, hey, what you doing, trying to come through, you right on over there. So wait, why would he have to change any of those things that you don't like about him if you're giving him what he wants off of the rip without him having to change any of his behaviors? You see what I'm saying? Like, ladies, come on now. Like, don't be in such a need for attention that you're willing to give it up to someone that's clearly made it known that you are not a priority in their life, or not even attempting to be. You see what I'm saying? Gentlemen, it's the same way. A lot of women, they use sex for ego boosts and such. You think she really likes you, but she just needed to know that she can snap her fingers and get some action. Some people don't value sex like that. You know, I'm just one of those weirdos that say that you should have a true emotional connection with someone, but I digress yet again. Nevertheless, people, we are always rewarding people's bad behaviors by simply giving them our time and efforts. You ever had someone that wasn't pulling their weight? Let's just say that you're in a relationship and you're trying to fix it. This person, you said, okay, we're going to give this some time. We're clearly going through some rocky phase right now. I'm going to try doing what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to start doing this and that and this to make you happier. Wait, why aren't you changing anything? Why aren't you doing anything different? Why am I putting in all the effort? At what point do you start to take yourself into consideration and you go through those 3 basic questions I've already mentioned, right? I hate corporate America with an extreme passion. However, they do got one thing right that some of you young adults need to learn. They do not reward bad behavior. You show up late, you don't do your job, your submittals are trash, your external clientele relations are horrible, terrible. They're going to let you go. They're not going to give you a raise. They're not going to give you a promotion if you haven't proved that you can't handle this level of your job well. You see what I'm saying? Even though I hate corporate America, they got that one damn thing right. And a lot of you need to follow suit. To the next one.